So what's the big concern with the overpopulation crisis? Overpopulation is not only defined by the size or density of a population, but also by the ratio of population to available sustainable resources. It can also be characterized by the way the resources are used and distributed throughout the population. Overpopulation is creating a number of real-world concerns. This short list includes lack of renewable and non-renewable resources, diminishing sustainable food and fresh water supplies, growing disease, epidemics, overcrowding, and environmental pollution. More specifically,
overpopulation is a rising and concerning issue. It is silently aggravating the forces behind global warming, environmental pollution, habitat loss, intensive farming practices, consumption of natural resources, and etc., all at faster speeds than the rate of regeneration. Overpopulation remains the leading drive of hunger, desertification, species depletion, and a range of social maladies across the planet. Earth is only able to produce a limited amount of water and food, which is falling short of the current needs. Most of the environmental damage being seen in the last 50-odd years is because of the growing number of people on the planet. Cutting down forests, hunting wildlife in a reckless manner, causing pollution, and creating a host of problems is the main reason for the depletion of natural resources. Overpopulation is also creating less freedom and more restrictions. Laws regarding limited use of natural resources are growing. In California, excessive water use is finable due to their drought-like state. In Ontario, one must get a carbon emission test before they are allowed to drive their car to ensure the car is not causing damage to the environment. Many car companies are building electro-based vehicles, such as Tesla. Their vehicles run based off of charging them with electricity. There's also a higher cost of living because, as difference between demand and supply continues to expand due to overpopulation, it raises the price of various commodities including food, shelter, and healthcare. This means that people have to pay more to survive and feed their families. Overpopulation has also caused degradation of the environment. Due to the overuse of coal, oil, and natural gas, serious effects have been produced to the environment. Increase in vehicles and industries have also badly affected the quality of air. As well, the rise in the amount of carbon dioxide emissions have led to global warming. The melting of polar ice caps, changing climate patterns, rise in sea levels are also just a few of the consequences that Earth is currently facing. Human beings are causing the largest mass extinction of species. Comparing the extinction rate to times where dinosaurs still existed, the rate has increased from 1,000 to 10,000 times faster than normal. The IUCN Red List of Threatened Species said that after examining 63,000 species, of those 19,000 were threatened with extinction. Scientists listed warnings that, if the trend continued, within a few decades half of all the plants and animal species on Earth would be extinct. It has been estimated that every year Earth is losing 30,000 species, or 3 species per hour. This rate is faster than the rate of new species evolving. Most of the freshwater resources are either unreachable or too polluted, leaving less than 1% of the world's freshwater, or about 0.003% of all water on Earth, readily accessible for direct human use. The global outlook for water resources to the year 2025 has estimated that by 2025, more than half of the world population will be facing vulnerability when it comes to water. They also predict that the human demand for water will account for 70% of all available freshwater. Rainforests once covered 14% of Earth's land surface, but now it barely covers 6%, and experts estimate that the last remaining rainforest could be consumed in less than 40 years. Overpopulation is also causing many conflicts. Starvation is a huge issue facing the world, and the mortality rate for children is being fueled by it. Poverty is the biggest hallmark we see when talking about overpopulation. All of this will only become worse if solutions are not sought out for the factors affecting our population. Yet another issue that overpopulation causes is a rise in unemployment. When a country becomes overpopulated, it gives rise to unemployment as there are fewer jobs to support a large number of people. Each additional person means more competition for jobs, more demand for housing, services, and other resources, and a greater strain on infrastructure and the environment. With too high of a population, the population cannot be fully utilized, meaning that each additional person will be on average less productive, but they will also be more demanding and use certain amenities that need to be maintained. Overpopulation is a major threat to Earth's natural resources. It is threatening Earth's existence entirely and can prove to be deadly. Many species have already gone extinct, prompting many scientists to look into developing Mars as a second Earth-like place to live in. But that solution seems far and unlikely, as it would take a great deal of financial responsibility and a lot of uncertainty. In conclusion, overpopulation is not an issue that should be taken lightly, as it has already threatened Earth's species and natural resources. Overpopulation cannot be rid of through one person, but through billions. Leaders all over the world can get together and work to prevent acts that further promote the use of natural resources, such as excess use of fossil fuels or increasing solar power. Such acts can help prevent the cons of overpopulation.